So without further ado, Miss Cathy Hughes.
Thank you. Thank you all. First and foremost, I give praise and thanks to God, from whom all blessings flow. May we please give a big round of applause for the reason that we are all alive and here. I am so impressed with this film festival. For this couple to spend 16 years to bring it to tonight, this week. Yes, no, please, we got to do better than that. A big round of applause. A big round of applause. Stephanie was telling me about when in the early days she was pregnant and she's vomiting and trying to do registration and eating corn muffins. And finally, congratulations, God has answered your prayers. Another big round of applause. And the interesting thing is that she did it for us. They did it for us. It wasn't something that they were looking for themselves. And I said, this is my first time ever being here, but I will be here because I did not realize that this was occurring. Sometimes when you're so busy working on your script or your movie or your short or your life or your career, you forget that there are other people out there working for you, praying for you, creating opportunities for you. So once again, can we show our gratitude to this couple who were out there all the time? Yes, a standing ovation is what they need. Come on, let's give it, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Cannot thank you enough. So was this week spectacular? 2,000 strong, woo! 2,000 strong. So a friend of mine, Amy Golson, was here earlier, and she said it was so cold. She said, go home, change clothes, put on some clothes. I'm burning up. I don't know about the rest of you. I don't know if I'm flashing or what. But it is warm in here. I got on a jacket, okay, an undershirt, everything. Because when auditoriums are cold, they are cold. I don't want to hold up the star. Barry Jenkins is just so, to be so focused on his craft, such an incredible human being. But I wanted to come this evening and make an announcement that I made earlier, because there's so many things going on at my company now, because for the last several years, I produced a movie called Media, and it was to go into series, and this was 2 years ago. And if I must say so myself, God intervened, because I had the best cast and crew. They turned out a masterpiece, and that masterpiece was put on hold. And a lot of people say, how can your own company put something on hold that's yours? And I said, because when I'm producing, when I'm doing something that you all do, then I am one of you, and you can't pull rank when you put a team in place. And that team decided that they wanted a second network. They felt that we needed to have more scale, as is known in the industry. And so my project was put on hold, because come January 1, 2019, TV One will add a second cable channel, and it'll be called Cleo, and it'll be for women exclusively. And I came tonight to personally ask you all to bring us content, please. We need content. And that's why I was invited here this evening, to tell you that there will be another outlet for your work. There'll be another opportunity to showcase your skill. And when, in retrospect, because I was mad as hell when they told me my series was not going to, okay. I threatened everything and everybody. But I learned a lesson, and that lesson was, that's how the industry rolls. I'm sure there are a lot of you in this room have stuff that's on the shelf, and that's where my movie is. I still pray regularly that perhaps maybe Cleo, I'm going to pitch them. I hadn't thought of that. Okay, since that's where my budget went to. But content is king and queen. This is the time for black women to show our very best. This is the time for us to be recognized. This is our time. And that's what we're going to do with the new network under the capable leadership of my new general manager, Michelle Rice, who has been with me since day one. She worked her way straight up and is going even higher in the company. Cleo was her baby, is her baby. It's her idea. So I know that every network and every studio in the world now has discovered black folks. It's amazing. Just like you knew if they discovered the Native Americans, they could discover us too. All right, okay, and they have discovered that black folks like movies and TV and cable, and I always knew because I was over in black radio, and the one thing I have to say is thank God black folks still love black radio. That has not changed because black radio still is committed to servicing our community. I want to do the same thing with cable and movies that God has blessed me to do in the radio arena. We tried in print. I wasn't too good at that. So we came out. Many of you may have remembered a magazine we had called Giant. And we only lasted a couple years. But one of the things about when you don't succeed, you learn. You either give up or you learn from your mistakes. And so we now have learned to stay in our lane, and be it TV, be it radio, be it the internet. We're the #1 location also on the net, and we also are looking for content. We service every week 82% of all of black America we touch in one way or another, either through radio, through cable, or through the internet. We are the only totally black-owned cable network in existence. A lot of people do not realize Radio One totally owns TV One. We bought out Comcast's share. No one black has ever gotten into cable, including my girl. Okay, she didn't like for me to say it, but it's true. None of us, including Oprah, ever got into the cable industry without having a white partner. And the only way that I was willing to do it was for them to agree that after 10 years they would allow us to buy our freedom, and we did. So I'm not going to hold you up from Mr. Jenkins because I want to hear him too. But I just want to say to you, please do not be discouraged. Even when it's rough and it doesn't look like it's going to work, as long as you believe in God and believe in yourself, you will succeed. Martin Luther King tried to say it. If you sweep that floor, you sweep that street, every single solitary day to the best of your ability, one day somebody is going to recognize you as the best street sweeper in the whole wide world. That applies to everything in our lives. So please, my brothers and sisters, bring us some content. We've got a new outlet for you. God bless.